not sorry, Krypton lines, and beyond that, it also has a coronographic camera which is going to take the pictures of the sun even when there is no eclipses, which means they are doing artificial cover. And for your information, India is likely to send its satellite either by next year or by early 2002. It is known as Aditya, and there is a coronographic camera also on that satellite, and that satellite Aditya will be placed at a Laplacian point to look at the sun continuously.
So, thanks.
Wow, sir, sir, but I so straight interrupt you, sir.
Pardon?
Thanks a lot, sir. Swapnil, just kindly wait so that I can ask a couple of questions and you can find out the most relevant questions related to the talk before we wind up the talk. So, sir, on behalf of Mr. Arun, I am asking a couple of questions. The first question that he has posed is, that is, which file format do you prescribe for taking the photograph of the eclipse, which gives us the most detailing according to your experiences, and what is the meaning of lunar limb correction?
One important thing that I have to mention, we do have to take in consideration of lunar liberation. This is important because the moon which is there, it has hills and valleys. Now when it covers, to some part of it we have to do and the moon is also moving. Please remember this. Even in Nileshwar, we did have these problems. And the moon is coming from one end and making an elliptical motion and moving out. So during an eclipse, moon plays a very major role. And it is essential to know that lunar limb profile has to be understood very well. And there are only at present, Chandrayaan is one satellite which gives you good images. Then there is a Japanese satellite called as Kagayu. And then there is one more, which is a lunar satellite, which is going around the moon. That also is giving. So using all that, we have to create a proper lunar limb profile to see what is not going to be obstructed by the moon and what is going to be obstructed by the what is not going to be obstructed by the moon. So those regions will slowly emerge here. I hope I have answered your question.
Sure, sir. Thank you. And with due respect to all the people who have sent me questions over the WhatsApp and other social media, I am.
Can I make a small comment here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are welcome to write to Akash Ganga Observatory at gmail.com with any of your queries, and we will definitely try to answer that.
Sure, sir. We shall be sharing the due contact of yours in the course of time. That can be helpful for the audience also. So with due respect to all the people who are sending their questions over the social media, this is the last question that I am taking on your behalf. We are not skipping any questions, but at the same time, they will be mailed to our expert, Dr. Bharat Adur, by admin@skyfoundation.org. And Swapnil, I would also request you to kindly browse for the most relevant and the best of the couple of questions from your back before we proceed for the final closure of the session. So the question that comes is, sir, what is your advice for the 2020 event by Mr. Narayan Singh, and what do you mean by Saros cycle?
Yeah. Now Saros cycle is the event which are going to happen after 18 and a half months are called as Saros cycle, but these are there for each eclipse. Each eclipse doesn't have the same kind of Saros cycle. It is different. So you can actually find out which Saros cycle this eclipse belongs. Okay? And these cycles are normally 18 and a half months. So you can even see which all eclipses are in Saros cycle 130, 140, like that. So this is how Saros cycle is going to. And for a detailed answer, you please send me your email. I will give you, including the reference, how to calculate a Saros cycle depending on particular eclipse. And another thing that I want to tell you, now the Saros cycle has been even catalogued by Fred Espanak in his catalog of eclipses. And there again you will see for different cycles he has made a table. So how that 18 months comes in and goes out, you can see. Have I answered your query?
Sure, sir. Actually, sir, you have answered the half part. The first half was, what is your advice for 2020 event, upcoming 2020 event?
Yeah, I purposely stopped on that, but I have firstly answered your Saros. Now on 2020, now the eclipse is not going to be very long. If you all recall, it's going to be a very short event. And the event has to be observed from the time, as you know, there are C1, C2, C3 and C4. All these 4 contact points have to be known, and this is important for you to find the path of the, in Nileshwar, you were able to get the contact point times also and the totality. But here you don't get totality, you get ring of fire. So ring of fire is what we are looking at. And since you are also going to see the rim of the sun, you should make an effort to analyze that. In fact, I am told some young friends have been able to mobilize.
Sorry, sir, you have been muted by some of the participants. Kindly unmute yourself. Sorry for the problem.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, sir, sure. Dear participants, kindly don't mute Bharat, sir.
This is my suggestion to all the observers who are planning to look for the eclipse, but it is a teamwork. Don't think that, okay, I have a camera and I own the camera and it is my proprietary right. No. The ring of fire is the proprietary right of every one of us. So don't stop anyone, and if possible, if you have a camera and you are not going to use it, pass it to people who are going to observe. Let us not have this dog in the manger attitude for any of the eclipses or any of the celestial events. And now we have quite a number of events that we are there. We should be able to find it.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. And so, actually, sir, out of curiosity, can I have the pleasure of asking you a thing, sir? Can we kindly think of removing the filter at the time of annularity, because I suppose this is going to be very deep event with 99% of the sun covered?
Yeah, you have to remove the filter. Still, you have 1% of the light. But let me tell you, you have to take sufficient care for your eyes. Can you ensure that?
Sure. So now over to Swapnil. You kindly proceed for asking the final 2 questions before we head for the closure.
Okay, sir. So there is like another question from Avnish Bajpai in the chat box, and he's asking, is there any change you observed in gravitational field between moon, earth and sun during the eclipses?
Well, I have not studied gravitational part of it, because for that there are now a lot of LIGO equipments available, if I am not mistaken, or they are in the making. They should be able to give us more highlight on LIGO experiments, because they are looking for gravitational fields and so on. So I think I do not come into that yet, but yes, I am also interested in looking at such gravitational fields.
And sir, there is the last question in the chat box, as I can see, by Saksham. He's asking what is the instrument used to measure the power and the temperature of sun's corona.
Okay. Now for that, here you have to use a different kind. Here you know what as we do for any astronomy, we here look for the spectral lines and look for the ionization lines, and thereby we are able to say whether the temperatures are in Kelvin, that is 6,000 degrees, or whether it is in million degrees. Because these streamers have very high temperatures, and using thermometers for that will not help. You need newer methods, newer techniques. Your spectroscopy is one of them, and I would strongly suggest try to use some spectroscopic observations. You can find the temperatures also. Is that okay?
Yeah, sir. I guess. Yeah. Okay, sir. So, thank you, sir, for giving the answer so generously. What our participants ask the questions in the chat box, whether in the mailbox or everywhere. So that's all from my end. I am just overing to Amritanshu Bajpayee. Over to you from my end. Thank you, sir.